This is an example showing how to apply linear equations. Superman needs to save Lois from the clutches of Lex Luthor. After flying for 6 seconds, he is 2,060 meters from her. Then at 13 seconds, he is 1,780 meters from her. Write an equation to model this situation. Use m for meters and s for seconds. What we're really doing is finding a linear equation giving 2 points, where the points are represented by seconds and meters. So it's like if the seconds were our x values and the meters were our y values. So just imagine that y represents meters and x represents seconds. Then we have x1 is 6 seconds, x2 is 13 seconds, y1 is 2,060 meters, and y2 is 1,780 meters. So we have these 2 points. 6 seconds corresponds to 2,060 meters, and 13 seconds corresponds to 1,780 meters. So we're just finding an equation given 2 points. First, we'll find the slope. We'll find the change in the y values over the change in the x values. So we have y2 is 1,780 minus y1, which is 2,060. That equals negative 280. Then we have x2, which is 13, minus x1, which is 6, which is then 7. So we reduce this to get negative 40 for the slope. That's the change in y with respect to x. So we have the slope. Now we need to find the y-intercept if we use the slope-intercept form of an equation. So here, with the slope and 1 point, we can find the y-intercept. We'll go ahead and use the point where x equals 6 and y equals 2,060. Plug those in for our x and y values, and let m equal negative 40, the slope, and then we just need to solve for b to find the y-intercept of our equation. So we have negative 40 times 6, which is negative 240. If we add 240 to both sides, we'll get that b equals 2,300. So that's the y-intercept of our equation that represents this linear model, comparing meters and seconds. So we'll substitute that y-intercept value back into the slope-intercept equation along with the slope. So it would be y equals mx plus b. So m is negative 40 and b is 2,300. So we get this equation that represents this situation. And but instead of x and y, we have seconds and meters. So we'll let x represent our seconds. X was our seconds, so then that's s, and y was our meters, so that would be m in this case. So the equation using meters and seconds as our quantities would be m equals negative 40s plus 2,300, which is the answer to the question.